So Megan and I are up here at Savage Gulf. Going to do a little father-daughter hiking, backpacking trip today.
Oh yeah.
What's the date today?
The 23rd.
Yep, 23rd of October, and the leaves are changing, and we'll try to get some good footage. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's around 70 degrees. Supposed to get in the low 50s tonight, so looking forward to that. Are you looking forward to it?
It's gonna get cold.
I think it'll get cold. So Megan and I are at the Laurel Gulf Overlook. This is about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minute walk from the parking lot.
It's beautiful.
So if you ever wanted to drive up here and just get a quick peek, you didn't have time to do a lot of hiking, cover a lot of area.
I tried.
And it's beautiful. I mean, the trees, they aren't quite popping in their full glory yet, but there'll be some spots. There are a couple of species out there that are red. Yeah, so the first time I ever came to Savage Gulf was about, I don't know, 3 or so years ago. Got invited to a group hang that was hosted by a gentleman by the name of F Troop. That's where I met, hanging out. Spam Burglar, Medicine Man, Poof. Let's see here, Detail Man, and a few other nefarious characters. And up to that point, I'd done all solo hiking and hanging, and since that time, I've spent quite a few trips with most of the folks that I just listed. So it was pretty good. If you're just getting into the sport, good idea maybe to go to a hike or a group hang, meet a couple of people if you don't know any that are already doing it. So how you hanging back there, Megan?
Doing good.
Them trees are looking pretty, aren't they?
Yes.
Yep, we'll get up here and get some, do the stone door in a minute. We'll get some more good views. Someone put the fire up here. Feels good too. There's a nice breeze up here.
Ooh.
Go. There ain't no rails up here, folks. Those trees are gorgeous. They're going to continue to turn and continue to be beautimous.
Are we hitting the steep part?
It's a bunch of steps. I don't know who put these here. I guess the Civilian Conservation Corps did. Either that or the Indians did. Now, if you look at this tree right here, Megan,
Ooh.
see how it's bent? Indians used to do that to trees to mark trails, to remember which way they were going, to tell people how to get places.
Oh, wow.
Now, why anybody would contort one in the middle of this ravine is beyond me. This is a pretty obvious area, but there's just an example of what you might see. If you see trees like that out in the woods on the trail, that's usually what that's indicative of, days gone by. So, yeah, the old stone door is pretty steep. So this is the first bridge you come to if you're going to a Sawmill Camp, or Stagecoach, which is where we're staying tonight. No, Sawmill, I'm sorry. And there's 3 bridges. This is the first one. And to Megan's left, or Jinx, I should say, to the left is Ranger Falls. And there is 0 H2O on Ranger Falls right now. We're going to Swoon Spring later. Yeah, so Megan and I Jinx. Sorry about that. We found an area up here in this rock garden to stop. And since we left the stone door, we heard people walking behind us. It sounded like they had small children though. But since then, we have not seen another soul on the trail. What are you eating over there?
Peanut butter, some superfood organic peanut butter with chia, hemp seeds, and goji.
Got that at that supermarket where the
You gotta knead it a lot.
where the cows don't shave their armpits, huh?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm having, because I know some people, like my buddy Jax, are interested in this kind of stuff. I don't know if you read that. That's a Packet Gourmet All-American Burger Wrap with the works. So I've been told these taste great. I've watched people eat them, and I've drooled while I watched. So that's what I'm having. Well, I was going to have the All-American Burger Wrap, but Ranger Falls is dry. And Megan reminded me that all I had was Gatorade, so you're not mixing that stuff up with Gatorade. So instead, we're going to have this awesome deviled ham, potted meat, which I love, and take some of this creamy mozzarella cheese wedge on a couple of these doodads, and it's going to be just as good. I'm freaking hungry. Take 3 on your lunch. I don't know what happened. When I grew up, I thought they had a little pull tab on these things, you know? So I think now I'm going to have some cheese and bread, and I might have some of that high-speed peanut butter that Megan's eating over there. They can't get in this damn cans. I don't have a P38. And I would try to open it with my knife, but I stabbed myself earlier, and I actually have some really nice clotting. It's like, kind of like dirt in a little pouch. That works great, but I don't want to, you know, hurt myself trying to open this can. So, yeah. So much for lunch. Let's see how it turns out. How much peanut butter you got over there?
A lot.
All right, good deal.
Cheese tortilla.
You sure you don't have those pepperonis over there?
I'm positive. Absolutely.
Yep. So anyway, this turned out to be a really nice day hiking with my my daughter Jinx back there. Originally this weekend, I had a trip planned to go down to Mobile to hang with Jax. We were going to go and kayak out to some Indian mounds, someplace down there. You know, the insects aren't too bad. But he just bought a house and has a mother-in-law suite out back, and the aluminum siding or vinyl siding that he ordered for it came early, and he's doing that instead. So hey Jax, you missed a good hike. Hope that little mother-in-law hooch out back ends up looking good. But how you liking it so far there, Jinx?
Feeling good.
Feeling good? All right. We got about 2 more miles to go before we get to Schwoon Spring, and that's no more than a half mile or so from the camping area, so not too much longer. We'll get set up, show you our rigs, and eat some real food now that we had that, you know, deluxe lunch. I wonder if I was filming you back there. That's a goofy deal. That was a terrible face. Ha! You see that? Holy cow. Alright, so we just crossed the second bridge. There are 3. So anyway, I was talking about, you know, going over the map recon, coming up with a patrol plan, and talking about the danger areas. But anyway, the 3 bridges, since I told her that, you know, she's more interested in the are we there yet? She knows we're not, so I probably could have left that out and just let her just keep going and going and going. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, here's a welcome site. How many bridges have we been across?
2.
Which one is, how many is this?
This is the 3rd.
That's right. I'll tell you right now, I've only fallen down like 3 times. Stubbed my freaking foot on a perfectly square toe or a rock.
Stumbleina.
Yeah, I'm Grapenut.
New trail name.
I'm not Stumbleina. But yeah, when the leaves start falling, they start getting on the trail. They got these stupid bifocals too. That's fun. But yeah, so I almost got here injury free. Okay, just got to the other side of the bridge. Walking down, there's a sign. So we are going to camp at Sawmill Campsite, which is off to our left. But we're not going to go over there yet because we're going to head to our right and go there into Schwoon Spring, which according to this is 3/10 of a mile. Well, there's a little hill you got to climb to get up here. This is the base of the old Schwoon Springs. Apologize, my camera's shaking. Not so loose. But we can start. It's the first water we've heard all day. I don't know when the camera will pick it up. But then you get it right in this area. it starts getting really cool. Feel that?
It is really cold.
Yeah, you know why?
Is the water?
No. That cave right there.
No.
It's real steep. I mean, in the middle of the summer, this is like the best place in the area to stand. But I rarely come back here in the middle of summer. I've been cured of that. Alright. We're loading up in here. How many more bottles you got?
I'm on the last one.
Last one. Yep. Neat area. Show you around camp a little bit. This is my hooch. Got a an ASIM Cuban from Hammock Gear. A new sock. My new hammock that I got in there. It's made out of that 1.0 stuff that Dutch sells. It's rated up to 250 pounds. Now that I've tipped the scales to 200, I get to get a better hammock. There's my underquilt. The War Bonnet Yeti 3-season. Barco lounger on the floor over there. Handy piece of gear. Don't go anywhere without it. I thank my buddy Potnack for that idea. And then here's Megan's rig. What you got over here, Megan?
Well, I got new doors on my tarp.
Okay, yeah, she's got a War Bonnet Edge tarp here with the doors. And then, yeah, you got a Hammock Gear underquilt there. It's 20 degree, and then a War Bonnet Blackbird 1.0 single layer, or 1.1 for you geeks. You got a the ULA CDT, and yeah, got a bunch of water. Had to go to Swoon Spring, top off what we got here. We're gonna rock the upside down fire tonight. And what are you having for supper?
I'm having lasagna with meat sauce.
Lasagna?
I don't know what you're having.
I'm not having that. I'm gonna have that hamburger that I tried to make earlier out of Gatorade. But yeah. Oh yeah. The old upside down fire, yes sirree. Yeah, we rubbed some sticks together. It took us a while, but that Esbitab, yeah, it burned my fingertips. But after all that hard work, caught those twigs on fire. They're fixing to fall off there. Hey, can you get to fix those twigs so they don't do a timber there? Yeah, just the whole thing. Just there you go. It's kind of a bird's nest. It's my able assistant there.
Hey.
Hi. Yeah. Alrighty, so if you're hiking along, see a couple of those, usually means there's a turn. And in our case, the turn is right here. And this is where the butt blaster begins. So we stop.
So close.
Yeah, we're real close. We're at the bottom of the hill. You can probably hear people in the background. They're climbing the wall. And, you know, the camera doesn't do it justice. We just came up there. And then we're going up there. And then on up through the trees. You can probably hear the people communicating with the folks on the rope. But, yeah.
You gotta go all the way up there?
Yeah, it's easy though.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not going to walk a little bit on this. Well, I got to go. Let's go. We'll have to do this again soon, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's getting better all the time. Try to get out here at least one more time before the leaves all drop, but it's still nice out here when they're gone because it's cooler. And it makes for better fire sitting and sleeping and hiking. But anyway, that's it. We're going to wrap this thing up. You got anything to say before we turn it off?
I did it.
All right.
That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Short and sweet. Till the next time.